Think about this. When you hear the word climate, you may think about the words Hurricane Gilberto or stuff like that. But this is not climate, this is weather. So, what is climate?
Well, the climate is the year-to-year pattern conditions and the weather is the day-to-day conditions of the Earth's atmosphere. But also, the environmental conditions can vary over small distances, creating what are called microclimates. We have some factors that affect the climate, such as solar energy, trapping the biosphere, latitude, and transport of heat. The greenhouse effect is when a kind of glass, for example, allows the visible light to enter into the atmosphere but trapping the heat that was produced there. This unequal distribution of heat across the globe creates wind and ocean currents which transport heat and moisture.
Hey sir, do you know where Camel lives?
Yes, in the desert.
Okay, thanks. What he was trying to say to me is that the camels live in the Sahara, but this is the environmental location.
Where they live is just a part of the organism's address, but they have a different occupation in that address as a niche that describes the physical and biological conditions where a species lives and how they obtain their needs. The organisms occupy the same niche in the community, but by the competitive exclusion principle, we can infer that no two species can occupy exactly the same niche in exactly the same habitat at exactly the same time. The competition helps to determine the number and kind of species in a community and the niche each species occupies. The competition is different of predation. This factor affects the size and the distributions of plants and populations. The term symbiosis means living together. There are three classes of symbiotic relationships in nature. The mutualism is the one in which both benefit. The parasitism is when one organism benefits living inside other organism. And finally, the commensalism is when one organism benefits but the other wasn't helped.
Did you ever thought how do communities change over the time?
They change communities, especially over time disturbances, and some species die to give a place for the new species. It's an ecological succession. First, we have the primary succession, which occurs in an area which there is a not trace of previous community, and the first species that come alive are called pioneer species. And the secondary succession is when the community is completely affected, destroying all, and they occur because the species alter the environment and others become to be placed there. Then, maybe or maybe not, return the ecosystems to normal after extensive human-caused disturbances.
The biomes. We have their abiotic and biotic factors. The abiotic factors are the climate and the soil, and the biotic factors are the plants and the animals.
We have different biomes such as tropical rainforest, tropical dry forest, tropical savanna, desert, temperate grassland, temperate woodland, temperate forest, northwestern coniferous forest, boreal forest, and finally tundra.
We call our planet Earth, but this is very ironic because the Earth is covered by 3/4 of water.
Well, the water is also affected by primary water's depth, that is where the photosynthesis occurs, calling it photic zone, and the photic zone where there is not photosynthesis. Then the temperature, as the currents in lakes and oceans can dramatically affect it, they carry significant warmer or cooler water because of the latitude, depth, or distance. And finally, the amount of dissolved nutrients because they vary between bodies of water affecting the type of organisms that can survive there. The categories of fresh water can be divided into rivers and streams, lakes and ponds, and the freshwater wetlands. And here we have the estuaries that serve as nursery grounds. And the marine ecosystems classified into intertidal zone, where the zone is submerged in seawater and it's the initial zone. Well, then we have the coastal ocean, that is the more or less deep part of the ocean. And finally, the open ocean, that is the most deepest part of the ocean.